Hiya! Today I'd like to swatch all of my Tombow brush pens. This is quite a task because there's quite a few of them. So what I'll do is I'll start with writing down all the numbers and then I'll swatch them. So I'll speed up the numbering because you don't need to see me writing numbers on the page. And then once I'm ready, I'll swatch them and I'll chat to you about the colors and stuff. And I thought maybe it's time to introduce myself. So my name is Kama and I also go by Weird is the Best. And I love Tombow brush pens. I love other Tombow products. This video is not at all sponsored. I bought these all for my own money or been given gifts from family and friends, like for birthdays and whatever, Christmases and stuff like that. I also like these Fudenosuke by Tombow as well. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll tell you a little bit more about Tombow brush pens, just so you have a bit of a context in case you haven't used them before or haven't tried them before. I know they've been around everywhere and a lot of you would have already seen them and used them and fallen in love, like a lot of us artists do. But I think in case you haven't heard of them, maybe you're new to art, they are water-based brush pens. They are double-sided, so these are ABT ones. They are double-sided, so it means that one side, just make sure that it's in focus. So one side has this like fake brush. It's like soft kind of, I forget the word. It's like a soft nib, basically, like a spongy kind of nib. And the other end is hard and it's good for line work. And I probably won't swatch every single one, but I'll try and show you at some point. And it's very hard, so this one doesn't flex, while this one flexes quite a lot. And the soft brush is really nice for lettering or for drawing, for making all kinds of things. The one disadvantage of this brush is that it will fray quite quickly if you use it on rough paper, so that's something to bear in mind. But I tend to use these markers on smooth paper like this one. This is Mossery Sketchbook and it's extremely smooth, like it's really smooth. So this should work quite nicely. Because they're water-based, they will kind of blend with each other, and if you put anything watery on top, they will also blend. I spoke a little bit more about these in my, I think it was the part 2 of the favorite art supplies. I'll try and link that up for you because I did, oh no, actually that was in my lettering sketchbook tour. Yes, that was in my lettering sketchbook tour where I talked a little bit about how you can blend them on paper and use some cool effects. Maybe I'll do a video dedicated to how I use Tombows in the future. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. I know I love exploring new ways of using these marker pens, these brush pens, so if you do know any that I haven't mentioned, then please drop them down below and other people will appreciate them as well. And one thing that I want to kind of keep nice and tidy is these brush pens I decided to bring with me to Japan, so I'm going on a trip and I'm trying to keep them separate. I don't know how I'll manage it. Maybe I'll take a photo of all the colors and keep them separate that way. There's quite a few of them, so yeah, it might turn out to be a long one. Surprise. And yeah, maybe before I go, I'll try and record a video of what I'm planning to take with me. I'm planning not to take too much. Don't quote me on that, because we know what will happen probably. But I think the less I take, the better, because Japan is very well known for their art supplies being quite accessibly priced. So I might do a bit of shopping there. I will do a bit of shopping there. I know that for a fact. Some of the brush pens I have multiples of because I like them so much that I bought them multiple times, or I bought a couple by mistake, or like I bought a set and it had a pen that I already owned. So yeah, I think let's get started because that will take us a while. See you on the other end. I'm going to put all the numbers down now. Oh, something to mention just before I start is I use this, it's a Moleskine, I guess it's sketchbook, notebook kind of thing, but I don't like the paper in it, and the brush pens really look bad on it. So in order to save it from being completely wasted, I decided to make it a swatch book, and I'll keep it off the screen just so you don't have too many spoilers and we can discover them together, kind of. I will be using it as my reference for all the ones that I already have. Actually, I'll use all of these colors because, yeah, anyway. Okay, so I just labeled all the pens that I think I have. A couple of them I might not have because when I go to certain art supply shops, I will swatch the colors and then pick some, only when they do have samples out. But yeah, so some of them might remain empty, but I thought I'll swatch them all out. Okay, and the way I'll do it, just because it would take me forever to sort through them in the numerical order, I will just pick random ones and find them on the list and swatch them. Otherwise, I'll be here all night and you'll never get this video. So let's get to it. A few of them you might notice don't have names. These are the ones that when I initially created my list of swatches, they didn't exist on the list. I don't know if they were added later or if that list just wasn't full. I just googled like Tombow swatch, this Tombow brush pen numbers or something, and wrote down all the ones that I found. So yeah, I'll try and fill these out later if I have the time tonight. If not, you can, like, when you buy Tombow brush pens, you can refer to them by numbers anyway, so it's not a biggie. Okay, let's start with 856. Really nice red. My all-time favorite, I think I have like 3 of them. I had to restock them, rebuy them because they were running low. I was running low on them, and by far my favorite color of all time so far. 623. Purple Sage. They don't normally bleed to the other side of the paper, and it's not that visible, so I think we're okay with that, and that's why I like them. They're a lot less bleedy than alcohol markers, for example. A few of them will have completely wiped text, and that's just what happens with these pens. That's why you can see like a bit of clear tape on all of them, because I just kept destroying the numbers and then not knowing which number I wanted to buy again. But I think this is 947. Interestingly, that number doesn't exist on my list. Let me just double check. 947, or it could be 847. No. Oh yeah, 947 is on my list, but I didn't put it here. So let's add it here. 9. It's already fraying, but I don't mind too much. I've used it quite a lot. And I'm quite rough with my pens. Like, they're not precious to me. Like, they're precious, but not too precious, if that makes sense. 835, this one's Persimmon. Another nice red. I think it will do nicely in Japan. 026, I need to add the label, the tape on it. I think that's my spare. 026 is one of my favorites too. It's dark ochre. If you're here for aesthetic swatches, that's just not how my brain works. I just can't, no matter how much I try. This one's 679. Somehow I managed to miss it too. 67. I think it's possible that they didn't exist at the time and I just completely missed them. This is how I end up with buying duplicates. This is a lovely color. It's like very, very dark purplish violet. Okay. So this one we've already swatched. This is 623. It's this one. 933. It's this nice orange. I used to not get anything in orange, so this is probably my only orange. I think one of two. 933. And 969. This one. Another brown, a bit cooler, I guess. I'm not sure. I think it's cooler. If you have any favorite Tombow brush pens, drop them down in the comments. I love discovering new ones. Also, I'm looking for suggestions for when I'm in Japan. By the time you see this video, I'll be in Japan, so I always read comments as they come, so I might read them and be inspired. Or just let me know if I'm missing any that you think are really must-haves, or if you have any favorites, just drop them, even if I'm swatching them already. If that makes sense. It's been a long day. Peacock Blue, it's 553. That is not the right one. I need to stop talking too much because I've already messed them up. I have to remember to fix that. 757. Port Red. And this I realized that I've had since almost day one of my lettering journey, so for quite a few years, and I bought it recently because I discovered that it was quite nice, but I really didn't like it at the time as much, so that's interesting. Logic, right? 098. Avocado. I'll stop talking as much because I'm confusing myself. Like, there's so many numbers on the page and I'm not the neatest writer. 025. Light orange. It's more yellow than orange in my opinion. And 60. Nice gray. 636. Imperial purple. Really nice and deep. Very saturated. 126. One of my favorites. Light olive. It's running low on juice. I've used it a lot. I might put it on the side so I know to replenish it. 177. Dark jade. If you thought that was all, you were wrong. 673. Orchid. I absolutely love this color. I might put it here just in case I take it with me. N75. That'll be grey. N15, that was my most bought for lettering color. It's just black. It was probably my first lettering brush pen and my first Tombow ever. Just another one of those, the same one. 947. Already swatched it. So yeah, as you can see, I think this one I was using quite a lot. I had my 3-color sketchbook, so this was one of the 3 of my favorites, and that's just a replacement for when I run out of it, as I will probably run out. 725. Rhodamen red. It's actually really pink, like extremely pink, so I wouldn't call it red. I put it here as well. 133, almost my favorite color, although I did use it quite a lot in the last year or so. Don't think I'll be needing this color. I'll put it here for now. 723. This one's also really nice. I'm trying to decide on my pinks. 026. Dark ochre, one of my 3 colors in my 3-color sketchbook. Already swatched it. 772. Blush. $228. Grey green. $452. Process blue. That rhymed. Really nice color. Does this work well for sky? I don't know, it may be too bright, too saturated, or too, I don't know. N15, already swatched it. I've got quite a few of these because I was running out of these all the time. 243, mint. $245. This color came in my set of pastel colors. This is the least pastel color I've ever seen, but maybe it's like for contrast. I don't know. 245. Definitely not pastel though. $535. Cobalt blue. One of my early colors as well. Used it for lettering at the time. It's kind of running low on juice, but I'm not surprised. I think I have another one. Oh no, 476. Cyan. $451. Sky blue. I might need this one. This is getting long. Like, this is getting... I don't know exactly what color this is because it was one of my earliest brush pens. And it looks very similar to this one, but it's not the same. So I have no idea. I'll swatch it anyway. Unknown. I think it's a bit different to this one. This one is a bit lighter. 5-2. That's another process blue. They look a bit different. When I was swatching them the other day, I was a bit confused, but apparently they're the same color, so who knew? I think maybe this one is maybe drier or something because it comes out a bit lighter. Anyway, already swatched that one. 757. Portrait. It's a duplicate. I think that's one of my early ones as well, so I ended up with a couple. 131. Lemon lime. It's very, very light color. You can barely see it on this page. 533. Ah, that's the peacock blue. Huh, they're very similar. Honestly, they could pass as one another. So 533 and 553, very similar colors. Don't know if it was worth buying both, but I'll use them anyway, so it's not a waste. I kind of like it. Okay, let's get to these. Pale, no, N89. Still has grey. I'm sort of missing like a mid-tone grey, more of a between these two, so something I need to remember to look out for. 761 Carnation, another light pink. $9.12. This is $9.12. I didn't write it nicely. It's kind of orangey now that I look at it. Kind of like tan. Nah, more like orangey, I have to say. Then we have 243 mint. So we already have that one here. 131, already swatched that one out. Again, I bought this set not realizing how many duplicates I'd have. 451 sky blue. 062 pale yellow. Truly pale. Can barely see this color. I wonder if it could be useful for like sketching, under sketch, you know, under drawing. I forgot the name for it. When you draw with a pen and then go over the pen with some other colors. 020 peach. Get another very light color. These are truly pastel. These might be duplicates, but we're coming to an end now. 673 orchid. 623 purple sage. And last by definitely not least, periwinkle. 603. Okay, so I thought I had a couple more. They might be somewhere else in like a different pen pot or something, but I think I swatched all of the ones on the table. I can show you the ones we've missed. So Pink Rose 703 looks like, actually I don't even have it swatched, so that was a mistake. 665. I swear I saw this the other day, pretty sure. I don't have it. I think that was a tick from another pen. Okay, that explains it. 885. These are pens that I don't own. I just swatched them in a shop. So, okay, that's all of them. That's my very unaesthetically pleasing swatching session. I hope you enjoyed this. As you can see, it's quite a few. I don't know if I'm missing any colors, like I don't really have good yellows, but I don't know if I've ever seen good yellows from this brand. Obviously wanted pink rose, but I didn't get it. I definitely want to get a cherry color, which is really a nice red. Anyway, I can't find it right now. Anyway, yeah, so I can't wait to pick my colors for Japan. I'll do this off camera and I will share with you. I'll try and share before I leave. As in, I'll try and record before I leave what I take, and then maybe I can do a Japan art haul. Sorry, I just went completely blank. So yeah. Okay, so I did pick my colors for the trip. I feel like there's something missing, but I can, you know, I will be shopping there, so it's not like I can't get more while I'm abroad. So I picked N81, 856, because you cannot go to Japan and not have red on in your arsenal, and 533, 679, and 623. And I think it's not a perfect palette, but it kind of works, and I managed to narrow it down to just 5, which is quite good for me. I probably won't have them on the plane, probably, because they're quite big, so they're a bit more annoying to carry around. And if I have them in my pouch, then they will block everything else from being accessible, if that makes sense, because the pouches are generally, like the art supply pouches are generally just a tiny bit too small. But I kind of like this color scheme, and it will be new for me, and I can't wait to use it. So I'll put these aside so I don't forget them. Cool. Let me know which colors you prefer, which colors were your favorites. Maybe leave me a secret emoji for this video, which would be, I think, pick a color and try and find an emoji in the color that you like the most. And yeah, I can't wait to see your suggestions. It would be lovely to hear, and if you know of any good greys, then definitely please let me know. I'll try and Google it around, so I'll try and find what grey I should get. And yeah, I hope you don't mind my writing and everything, because that's just how I am, and it will never change. Like, I can try as much as I can. This is my second attempt at the labeling, so I did my best, you know. As usual, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. You can subscribe by hit the bell button to get some notifications when I release new videos, if you have enabled notifications. And I release new videos every Sunday, occasionally twice a week, so around Wednesday, Thursday sometimes there's an extra one. If you enjoyed it and you haven't seen my other videos, make sure you click the link at the end of this video so you can get directed to some more videos, or you can explore by clicking on my username, and that will take you to my profile where you can explore all my playlists and videos. I hope you enjoyed it, and as usual, leave my links down below so you can check them all out. And until next time, bye! Have a lovely day artsing! Bye! So now you should see a link, and that link will take you to a playlist that has other swatching videos. So make sure you check it out to continue watching. Bye!